what it do, what it do. How are you on this April 27, 2021? I am Wendy Renee Torres, my
Okay.
whole government name on this evening, your co-host for the Mentor Mentee podcast, and I am beyond excited to be here with you tonight. Emil.
Hey, happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy season finale, season 2. I think we made it. We did it. 20 episodes in the can. Or 19.
Wow.
20 is coming in. That's crazy, ain't it?
It is.
It is. Commitment and sticking to it with a special lady is always a fun thing. So happy Tuesday to all y'all. This is gonna be a fun episode. It's gonna be light. Some stories are gonna be told. Some secrets might be spoiled, but it's all about us having fun. The topic on hand is first dates, do's and don'ts. But before we get into it, can we talk about a check-in? How you doing, Wendy?
I am, number one, I'm excited because it's our season finale, so I'm doing well. I'm nursing a little bit of an injury, so if you didn't know, right now, you almost was doing the finale of the podcast by yourself.
Why?
Because
why? Why would you even consider doing it to me?
No, because I got an all call. I got a hoo-hoo.
Oh yeah.
Boot camp right now at 6:30. Everybody is there. Our trainer is teaching class. He started at 6:30. But I'm not there because I am nursing a knee injury. So your girl is down, but she is not out. Life is good. I cannot complain. Let me tell y'all a secret.
Okay.
If anything's going wrong in my life,
you ain't gonna know.
I did it. It's my own fault. Like, life is so good. God is so good to me. I have nothing to complain about. How about you, sir? How's it going?
I cannot really complain. I'm in a good mood. I feel good. To all y'all who know, yes, I'm in my original backdrop, which means I'm back in Chicago for the moment. We are in fact moving out of this apartment, so I had to come back and pack up the rest of my stuff with my roommate. So it looks a hot mess, but I put something together so it looks decent for y'all. Y'all know I love my plants, so they're there shooting us on, and I will always keep drinking, so why not fill it up with a bunch of bottles? But yeah, I feel good. I'm coming back tomorrow, and this is season finale, and we're about to talk about one of my favorite topics.
We are. What's the topic for tonight, sir?
First dates, do's and don'ts.
Oh my goodness. I don't know who's supposed to be the expert at this one.
Neither. That's why I think it's about to be so much fun. And I know y'all are out there, so I'm going to be Wendy today and say, don't watch and listen, watch and participate.
Right.
Because that is the point. That's the point of one of these conversations.
So if you're listening to the Mentor Mentee podcast on the season finale of season 2 for the first time, the way we do things here is that this is not just about Emil and myself, but we definitely are all about our listeners and those that participate. So we have an entire lineup and an agenda, but guess what? That is always subject to change by those people that are in the comments. Hey, Kidji, how are you this evening?
Kidji, what you cooking? What's for dinner?
Right.
Let us know.
Kidji also, is checking in.
Kidji, you also know you can take a break while you're waiting for things to cook. You can come in and let us know your opinion. But I ain't gonna rush you. I feel you, sister.
Right. So just shout out to everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, and to all our Instagrammers. We're so happy for you to be here. And before we even get started, I want to just, on our season finale of season 2, that is crazy. Thank you for all of our loyal followers that chime in with us every week and all of our craziness. This has been a crazy time for all of us, and I'm just excited and grateful and honored that we were able to do it together, right? Through everything that has happened. So, all right, let's do it.
You ready for this? All right, y'all. So here's how today is going to work. I'm going to open us up with a big question, a general question, just so that Wendy and I are on the same page in terms of what we're talking about. And then I have 2 lists. I don't think we'll get through all of them, but I'm going to scroll through my list, and I have 2 lists of first dates, do's and don'ts. And the way this will work is I'll I'll read one of the list members, and then we'll start a conversation. We can agree upon it, or we disagree. And if you disagree, give us an explanation for why you disagree. See, there you go. Kidji, just like, what? Can I? And the next time, bring me pastries, and we gonna have problems.
Wait,
deal
Haitian
on deal.
macaroni.
Wait,
That's
deal on
macaroni au gratin. I need to know what's in there
Mm.
for the person that's not supposed to be eating macaroni. But I am. Kids, you're gonna have to. Okay, never mind. Kidji, I'm gonna need your number. We're gonna talk later. Okay.
There you go. You went, Kidji. So let's get into it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question, and this is just so that we're all on the same page. What kind of dater are you? That's the general question. Define yourself as a dater. What kind of dater are you? I'm gonna go first. I consider myself to be a traditional old school dater, which means I like going through the steps of the process of a relationship. I like to meet the person. I like to talk to the person, get to know the person. I like asking the person out on the date. I don't like to text it or video I'll video if I have to, but I prefer not to do any videos. I like to do a lot of face-to-face. I like to go out. So let's go do an activity. Let's go have dinner or something. I prefer to pay on the first date. There is no splitting. I like to pay the first date. We can have a conversation. I know there are women who like to you can do the first date, but I got the second date. We'll get to that. But I like to, do the first date. I'm a big flowers person. So on a first date, I've never gone on a first date and not given a woman flowers.
Can you say that 2 more times?
I have never gone on a first date and not given a woman flowers. It's a little extra. We might get into the conversation of flowers for me, but it's a little extra because I like to build bouquets for them.
Ladies, can you let him know that it's not extra? I need that all the way in the comments.
So it's taste. But that's the kind of dater I am. Flowers do nothing for me. See, some people don't like flowers. There are women who just do not like flowers.
Okay.
Are you someone who believes that flowers are dead and that's why you don't like flowers, or they just don't do nothing for you? Just let me know in the comments. But that's the type of person. That's the type of first dater I am. And period on blank.
So Tequila said that she's I'm traditional. I'm not paying
for nothing. That's his job. Okay.
Right out the gate. Here we go. Oh wait,
who's paying?
Smokehouse Catering says I hate flowers also.
But Cassie said not at all. Cassie likes flowers.
Okay.
They don't do nothing. They don't do nothing for me.
So I take it back.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, you gotta.
Okay, I take it back.
It's just a waste of money. Look at it's a waste of money on Instagram.
Okay. So listen, I don't take it back. Tell the truth, ladies, because this is how we know. This is how we learn.
So no flowers.
Okay. So if you don't want flowers on the first date, what do you want on the first date? And it doesn't have to be monetary.
Right.
What is it that you're looking for on the first date if it's not flowers? I'm not really looking for flowers on the first date. You didn't ask me what my first date.
I didn't. We didn't get to it because I started with the flowers in it and opened the ball.
It is because that's how this goes.
Yeah, some ladies say they're cute. They smell good. They die in the end. Yes, they die in the end. It's okay.
So Tequila, I had a relationship that I kept every single flower the person gave me. And every single flower.
But did you keep it in a book? Did you flip it over and let it die so that
you turn them upside down and you let them dry out? I had vases upon vases. Maybe it became a shrine. I don't know, but I had every flower the person gave me. And when I decided that I needed to move forward in life, when I moved out of that house, I threw them out. I didn't burn them. I didn't bring them to this new house.
You want to hear a story? Let me tell y'all a story.
You like to hear a story? Here it goes.
Yeah, here's the story. I once was doing a show in which my significant other at the moment came to see the show.
Smokehouse. Okay. Smokehouse
Wait.
said everybody doesn't love flowers, but her sister does. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Oh, yes. Good, sis. Good, sis, because you threw them out. Hold on. Let's get these last 2 comments in. Then I'm going to give you a story about flowers.
Okay.
So, nephew, that's nice. I like flowers. Thank you, auntie. I appreciate your support. If you give me flowers, I'll take it. Flowers cost money. If that's your love language, okay, then.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiji. Appreciate it. I want a nice dinner. Compliments. My love language is words of affirmation.
Okay.
What if I made you flowers that were made out of words? Paper flower bouquet made out of words. Will you still tell me no? I just want to know.
That's a lot of work. That definitely is my love language.
I just want to know. You told me your love language, and my love language is giving you flowers. So we combine the 2. Does this work?
No, my love language, when you said make.
Oh, making it was the love language.
The fact that because you're a busy person, the fact that you put energy, effort, and time into doing something for me.
Yes.
Hands down.
Effort. Look, she said effort. Okay.
Come on, effort.
Here we go. More comments. So we got first date conversation time to get to know you. I love flowers, just not on the first date.
Okay.
Not first date. If you get the second or third date, then you can go. They need to mean something. So
Okay,
don't
Florence,
just give me something because you want to give me something. Okay.
Okay, Florence, if they bring flowers on the first date, do you think they're trying too hard? Because I am a lover of flowers. Listen, I love I love flowers. But I don't expect them on the first date. When you bring me flowers, to me, you're telling me how much you care about me.
Okay, I have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and on here, it looks like when you make the flowers, it's a different story. That's creative.
Oh, yes.
I take it.
Yes.
They're saying making something is way better. I agree. Effort is a winner. So,
effort is a winner.
Okay.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And Flo said yes, trying too hard. Thanks, D.
I would tell a story, but okay.
Okay, so here, I had a story, and then we're moving on from the flowers. Good thing that I'm married. Yes.
Okay, Mel.
So here's my story. My story is that once upon a time, I was doing a show in my theater. I was acting in a show, and a significant other brought me a money tree. The relationship that I had with this person was every time we did shows, we always brought each other flowers. So it was expected that I knew I would be getting flowers. But I remember this. Tree for this very specific reason. Mm-hmm. I got the flowers, whatever, got the tree, went home that night, got a phone call from my best friend saying, "Have you seen Instagram?" And I said, "No, what am I about to see?" And what I saw was my significant other with another man on a trip that had a very, very intimate post on it. So what did I do? I took the money tree and I took the lighter fluid outside and I took the grill that I had and I lit that thing on fire. And I burned the entire tree to the bloody ground and then forgot about it. That burning bush. I burned the whole bush.
Tequila and Smokehouse. Somebody help me. We don't burn money, sir.
Oh yes.
You burnt the money up.
It was a money tree. The
money was on fire.
It's not really. There's no real money on it.
Okay, thank you. I was about to say he done lost his.
It's called.
I was about to say Lawrence. We about to beat him up.
Listen,
money.
I burned. So there's a plant called a money tree. The purpose of it is supposed to bring you money. Like it's well wishes. It's good energy. When you have it in your house, it's supposed to bring you wealth. But when someone that does not have good intentions brings something like that to you, I suggest you burn every little piece of that and don't keep that around you.
Wait, did the person? Are you saying that this person posted on their social media?
Yeah,
they were.
So she was ballsy.
She gave
ballsy.
This was the most
zero. And then 3 months later, called and apologized. I mean, I know I talked to her. I talked to her that night.
Listen, because I know they're not here right now.
You know that.
AP and Hill story. Woo, 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 woo. Insult your comments right there. Okay, moving on. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
No, you weren't alone, Wendy. She said, "Oh, I thought it was real money too." No, it's not real money, but it's a pretty tree to have.
He said a money tree. You know, like I was thinking, like she had pinned some dollars on the tree, like she was making it rain and stuff.
Listen, I'm a spiritual person. Don't bring no bad voodoo around me. When you bring plants and stuff, that's a really spiritual thing for people. Plants bring air into your
space. She said that tree was ill in her eyes.
Yes, it was. And I didn't keep that plant. That plant was in the house long, like 10 minutes. I burnt it all the way. That was it. We're moving on. Okay. Wendy, yes. I have to ask you, what kind of dater are you? First date.
On the very first date, I am definitely just trying to get a vibe of a person. I am very much a viber. I want to listen. Before, when I was younger, so those of you that don't understand and don't know, I got married to my first husband at 23 and I met him at 19. And so then I got married again. I got divorced at 25 and then I was married again at 28. And then I got divorced at 40. So you're talking to a person who has been single in their 40s. So I have learned in my singleness, because in my formative years, I was married. I've learned to watch as well as pray. Mm-hmm. So the kind of dater I am is you can't tell me anything that is going to woo me. I'm not wooed by words. I am wooed by deeds. So a first dater is really just, can I look at you? Are you a person aesthetically that I might be interested in? And are you interested in me? Are we compatible? What are the levels of compatibility in between us? Do you like what I look like? Do I like what you look like? Can you keep my attention? I'm an intelligent woman, and looks only go so far, especially at my age. So, is your conversation worth keeping?
I really like that.
I don't, so I'm not going to be caught up in. I mean, yes, I got to be able to look at you, right? In other words, we both have to be pleasing to each other's eye. But can you keep my conversation? I don't care about where we go to dinner. We don't have to go to dinner. It could be a coffee house. It could be for lunch. I could meet you in the park. I'm not trying to see how much money you have. I don't care about any of that. I have my own money. I'm not worried about any of those things. What do you have? Stability matters, but all those things don't matter those things I'm not looking for in that moment. And that moment is, are you a person that can keep my attention? Because I am diagnosed ADD, attention deficit disorder. And if you follow this podcast, you know that I also have another disorder that is called FOBO, not FOMO, but FOBO, fear of better options. Can you keep my attention? Because if you can't, it's 6 others out there that's trying. So I need for you to keep my attention, and keeping my attention is not your money and it's not your looks, it's your conversation.
This is what I want to pull out of that I think is quite relevant right now. Today is the day of age of like online dating, right? And so many people are meeting that first one. Yeah, the first one is the face-to-face interview. So yeah, that's where I'm getting to, which is in this age of on Instagram, they said not 6. Yes, sis. Y'all wilding today. I love it. But in the age of online dating, we are so often looking at the person and swiping. So we're judging them first on their presence, and then whatever 3 comments they may share. And then after you swipe them, you might have a couple of conversations. But really, when you meet them, that first date, that first time, it is an interview. It's actually like, is that picture really? Yes, I was attracted to the picture, but now am I attracted to the live thing?
Thank you. Is the representative that I've gotten through text message and phone calls? See, y'all don't call because y'all millennials, y'all ain't calling.
No, we texting.
You might FaceTime, but y'all ain't calling. So I'm calling. I need to hear your voice. But so can you keep my attention face to face?
Right.
On the first date. That's all that matters. And can I keep
Trey online said, "No, man, person to person only." Listen, you got lucky, bro. You got lucky in a good time. You found her in college. I wasn't as lucky as you.
That's right, Smokehouse. There's too many out there. Okay.
What?
I ain't gonna tell.
What? Where are we going? I need more fellas in this conversation. I feel like I'm outnumbered at this moment.
Keith is in the comments talking about whom you better tell him to chime all the way in because the brother, he got something to say.
Yeah, Keith, let's go.
I know the captain is somewhere.
And I just look.
Come on, Trey, help a brother
married and a kid, and I would not survive today. And that's the point. The point is that everyone
out here.
There's nothing, bro. There's nothing. You hit the gold mine when you hit the gold mine. That's why I pray for you all the time. God bless you and your family.
Yes. Do I see anything in this conversation with this person worth my time? And that goes, and I submit that goes for the woman and the man.
It does. It goes for both. It really does. But I
understand. In the first date, I understand that I am on an interview as well. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Now I will say this. This is going to get into my first don't. I think it's on the list, but it's okay. This is my first don't. I don't like first dates, though, that replicate an interview, which means if we're only asking each other questions back and forth and it's just the answer and then it's my answer and then it's like, what's the next question? I'm out because there's no flow. And if we can't flow, if us asking questions can't lead to an in-depth conversation of something, then there's actually nothing there for me of interest.
If I'm not laughing, you're done.
There you go. There you go. If you look uncomfortable, I'm done. I'm a big one. I'm a big physical person.
There were your two duns.
Those are my two duns. I'm a big physical person on the first date. If you seem uncomfortable being around me, if you just, you can tell me you shy, you can tell me you have nerves, that's cool, but I'm really big on physicality because I need someone who is comfortable with my whole body and my whole entity. And that can show easily if you haven't been around someone with a disability at some point.
He said wearing the power suit and sweating like crazy. It's not the blue power suit.
Yes. With his dog on his side, being his main man.
Listen.
All right. So now that we know what kind of daters we are, and we in this, uncomfortable with yourself, that means you're not being them. They're not being themselves. Yes, that is true. That's 100% true. I wish my husband was home. He would be all the way here for this. I wish he was home too. All right. So I caught up on, is that all the comments?
No, I got called out. Keith said, Wendy, what am I doing?
Come on, Keith. Come on. That's a bad interview. Interview should be a conversation. If it feels programmed, it's time to move on. There has to be a dynamic flow.
Yes. Listen, if it feels programmed and forced, you might as well just order some more drinks and be done with the night. Give me a separate tab. I'm going to need a glass of such as. Let me get a water and I'm just saying. Nobody at this point in time has time to waste their time, especially in Atlanta. So this podcast is housed in Atlanta. If you're in Utah, you might have that luxury. We do not.
So here, that's gonna go into another conversation. I'm not even gonna jump there.
We'll wait for that one for the forum.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's wait for the forum with AP and his stories here. Right. So let's get into this list. I'm gonna read out a do or a don't. Everyone, you can choose. This is for yourself. You can agree or you can disagree. Wendy and I will tell you if we agree or disagree, and we'll give an explanation for our answers.
Okay.
The first one is: Do be open to unexpected date ideas. So, Wendy, you spoke on that a little bit about you don't have to get dinner. You could get coffee or lunch. So, are you someone who's open to unexpected ideas?
Yes, I get. I just told you I have ADD for real, attention deficit disorder. I get bored easily.
So,
Let's
are
do.
you okay with jumping out of a plane on the first date?
I won't jump out of a plane, period. But what I will do is videotape and record your jump immaculately. I will be there for you. And when you finish, I will tell you how heroic, how amazing, how masculine, and how sexy your jump. Baby, when you jump from that plane, my whole heart leaped with you from the ground. And I will.
But you going, you just ain't jumping.
I'm going.
Okay.
I will be with you, not even in spirit. I will be with you physically on the ground when you get there.
Waiting for their return.
Waiting.
Because you a ride or die and you waiting there.
And the moment you hit the ground, I'm going to run up and embrace you and be like, oh my God, that was so amazing.
Oh man, jump now, but I'll be here to push you. Yes, for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a don't for me. Don't be open to unexpected dates. Yes, I don't. Now, this is my personal thing. I do not like to do very physical activities on first dates because I'm a very competitive person.
Okay, that's good point.
Right. And here's the thing. If I end up in a situation where my handicap is going to affect that I can't win, and it's because I got to figure something out, then I'm going to get really deep in my head and then I'm going to ruin the date for myself.
Okay.
And so I choose not to do physical things until date 2 or 3 where I can explain that part of me.
So you can do challenging things. Again,
challenging things like this. Like, check this out. I will never go laser tagging on a first date.
Okay.
Laser tags is a 2-handed gun that you have to cock it and then shoot it. I can't do that with one hand. I'm going to lose. You're going to always set myself up for that.
Okay.
Right? I just won't. So let's go eat. I like to eat. Here's the next one. Don't go somewhere overflowing with eye candy. Now, this is great for Atlanta because Atlanta is the city of eye candy. And there are beautiful women and there are handsome men everywhere. And beautiful men, whatever you want. Mini golf, yes, Trey, we can go do mini golf.
That's good.
Yes, we can go play mini golf.
Because even if there are other fine people there, they're ahead of us in the course. We don't really see them. So what he's saying is, do not go to the gym for a workout for your first date.
You should not be working out with your first date.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right. It should be.
You shouldn't be going. Let me tell you something. There are beautiful women, gorgeous women at Effect Fitness.
They are.
I will not date any of them.
Why?
You see the worst of, some are going to say what I'm about to say is a good thing, but you see the worst of the person in the gym as they're trying to get their dream body to fruition. I don't need no one who sees me being punked out by Shayon Green talking about they're about to be my love interest. It's just not about to happen.
Okay, but see, I see it the opposite. Okay, but I see the opposite.
Okay.
Because like right now, here we are. We're on our podcast. It's a season finale. I am giving you red lip. I'm giving you the best hair I can with these headphones on. Hold on, wait with the comment. Like I am giving you, like I'm trying to give you some life. But if you see me, if you say that you see me at the gym and you still want to date me, that means you have seen me crying.
Yep.
That means you have seen me snotting. Yes. That means you have seen me pouring sweat. You have seen me at my worst, dying when I am trying to hang clean press these weights in boot camp and 3 hops and a kick, let me tell you something, gentlemen.
Okay.
I can't speak for any other woman, and correct me if I'm wrong because I was wrong about the flowers. But for me, I'll be like, oh, because that means you saw me with no makeup on. You saw me with my most form-fitting clothes on. So you know exactly, you know the bare bones of me. You don't even know me put together.
I'm not laughing at Wendy. I'm just laughing at y'all in the comments. On Instagram, we got not the side eye. On Facebook, we got so the strip club in Atlanta for wings is a no question mark. Just want to be clear. Let's just clear this up.
I don't know. There's some women, but you know, Atlanta women. We
Love
can't
the
speak
strip
for every
club.
city, but for some Atlanta women, that's gonna be a okay. For me, it's a no go. But I'm not a strip club person. But that's me. Somebody else, I got girlfriends that's the strip club in Atlanta is just like going to JR Cricket. So you know, it's all about who you are asking.
I'm
The
always
trick.
down. I'm always down for the experience.
So the
That's
trick
my
is,
that's my
are you
answer,
gonna
and
are you gonna
I'm
ask
sticking
that
to
on
it.
the first date? I mean, I'm gonna say this now. I mean, that's another one, ladies. I want you to get to Florence's comment, but if somebody said they wanted to go with me, if they wanted me to meet them at the strip club on the first date, in my opinion, you just told me what you were looking for.
Yeah, we know what we're doing tonight if we're going to the strip club.
Oh no, I'm telling you what we're not doing, but it's what you were looking for.
But maybe we are doing it because some women, you not, but some women want to go to the strip club.
And if I even thought about doing it because I saw you before, but the fact that you asked me to go to the strip club, I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. We ain't going. I'm not doing it.
Okay, wait. See, Wendy, watch this. Not on the first date. Maybe date 3 though. That's what Instagram said.
Definitely no. Okay, so we got maybe date 3, and then that's a definite no.
That's a definite no.
But I think that
yeah, you want someone to want you at your best, but also at your worst. I agree. It works both ways. You have to want him at his best and at their worst.
I ain't got time to be contouring all the time, sir. Like, I mean,
but you know what? I'm not going not to push back on what you said, but you know, I will love you just as much if you didn't wear makeup just once you walked out the gym either. Like,
yeah,
I ain't got to work out with you to get you in your natural state of mind. I'm not going to ask you to wear makeup all the time. Now, if that's how you feel beautiful and that's how you feel comfortable, then absolutely yes. But that is not my desire or request from you.
And that is the point.
Yeah, look at that compromise. I'm with you, Wendy. No strip clubs.
I mean, it's just not it's not my thing. But I'm not going to denigrate somebody else that it is theirs. Because in Atlanta, let's be real. It's just like water. I mean, it's just like going to brunch. So, but not for me. Not for the first date. Because if you told me that, like I told a guy, so let's talk about first dates, do's and don'ts. And I didn't create one, but let me tell you, gentlemen, let me tell you what you don't do. So okay. I'm very much about honesty. And I say this to people and I mean it. Be honest and tell the truth, because you'll be surprised what honesty will get you. And I meant that. But when you tell me what you're looking for is sex, and then I decide that's not what I'm looking for from you, and you tell me that on the first date, then if you're that honest, which I appreciate and I respect, then you need to respect the fact that I don't want to ever see your ass again. Period.
Bye.
I mean, if you know, so it's okay, you know. So that's a don't on the first date. Let's use some psychology and wisdom. Every person sizes up the person that they're going out with physically when you first meet them. Is this a person I can see myself with? Is this a person I can see myself under? Is this a person I can see myself holding hands with? Is this a person I can see myself allowing to be close to me? Those are the decisions that a woman, and I don't know, men probably too, make in a quick second. All of that's understandable. But when you say out of your mouth what you're looking for, and that's what you're looking for, okay, then keep looking.
You say what you say, and you lay the eggs where they may hatch.
And then
you said it. I guess eventually we'll get to the sex conversation. I just want to give you another juicy one.
Yes, go.
This one says, do order a big girl meal. I'm gonna go first on this one.
Was that on Instagram or on Facebook? On the comments.
Oh, that was from the list. I was giving.
Okay, perfect. Go. Okay.
The next one on the list is do order a big, and I'm gonna take the gender out of it. Order a big person meal. Because I'm one for if you're not eating, it don't work. I like to eat, and I like a woman who can eat. I want to talk about food with you. I want to be able to bring you, lunches or dinners, make you breakfast in the morning. And if you finicky and you ain't an eater, that don't work for me. But also don't order a big old meal and then not eat. Right, exactly. Order what you can.
We're here.
What you got?
Because I'm order what you can eat. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so because.
Oh, we about to have fun with Kiji's question. Kiji, we coming.
Because I'm there to feel your energy, I'm not really thinking about the food. I might have too much nervous energy to eat a lot. But it's not that I'm trying to be cute and eat a salad and eat this and that.
Now I have heard the nerves and I have experienced the nerves. Yeah. I've gone out on a date in which it was just dry on both sides. And I think we just each ordered like a slice of pizza and had a conversation and just like dipped on our ways. Mm-hmm. But it is something to say when you can sit down with someone and you're comfortable enough that you can actually sit there and eat.
Okay. So what I might, so you say like order what you can, like, and don't worry about all that other stuff. So my ordering what I can is going to be like, so I'm going to get a glass of wine so that I can, like it might not be about the food, but it's going to be like, I'm going to get a glass of wine.
Okay. After that glass of wine, are you going to nibble on something?
Yeah, I'm going to eat, but I'm saying where you're saying that people try to put on a certain level of airs about food. Yeah, I'm saying I ain't no airs about the fact that I'm about to drink this glass of wine so that I can get that nerve off of me and focus and really see what's going on with you.
This is where I'm at. I love the wine and the appetizer. Like, we don't even have to have a meal, but if we can order a couple of appetizers and drink and nibble as we talk, that's the perfect situation. And then you can have a whole meal the next time.
So what was Kiji's question?
All right, so Kiji said, anybody ever have a whole phrase? How did it go? Just curious.
I wrote a whole book about it. That's why this is why it's a season finale, so that your sister can finish it. It's called Side Chick Syndrome, and hopefully it'll be ready in June. There you go.
And just fun fact, in high school, Wendy used to nickname me Captain Savaho.
I sure did.
And it took many years for me to get out of that nickname.
I was trying to save all the hoes.
I was just
save her. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Yes.
They don't want. That was him.
And they're not there, so that's why we can say it now. But I was deemed Captain.
I wouldn't care if they were. But anyway. Yeah. So no, but yeah, everybody goes through those phases, Kiji, and like, but what you're saying when you say that is that you recognize that. So you weren't dating for the date. You weren't dating for the sake of I'm trying to find a relationship. So the dangerous part is when you tell yourself that you're trying to find a relationship, but you are in a different phase of life. Right. Yeah. So you're running through people like water. You can't do that. You can't run through people like cheap pantyhose saying you're trying to find some Spanx, something sturdy. You got, if you want something sturdy that's going to last for a while, then you got to put in the time, energy, and invest in it. You can't be going into the Walgreens or the Kroger getting them cheap pantyhose that rip and for the night. You're going to have to go on over to Macy's and get them $50 Spanx. So, everybody goes through the cheap phase.
I will say I have not gone through the whole phase. I I didn't go through the whole phase. I was trying to save them. Doesn't mean that I was in it. I wasn't the hoe. But no, I don't think I've gone through my whole phase. I think my whole phase will come like after if I get married and divorced, then I'll be on the whole phase. This is just getting to. I'm just learning what I like and don't like. But I am going to agree to say that the reason I didn't go through a whole phase was because of this. I had a friends with benefits that was established in high school, that has gone on through college, and is still active. And because of that, it's like no attachments. She's a very, very special friend. Like it's a blessing. You don't got to deal with no drama. You can just chit chat and kick it and get what you want to get out of it. And both parties are very happy. So as my friends were going through whole stages, I was learning to not go through a whole phase, and I got a friend with benefits.
For those of you that are watching the recap,
oh my
God, on Spotify, and you cannot see my facial expressions, I need to imagine the biggest eye roll ever possible in life. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah. Well, I mean, Wendy, if I went through the whole phase, you can please call me out on.
I'm not.
Come, I'll take it.
The whole phase mean that you was the hoe. I
wasn't the hoe.
Right.
So I haven't gone through it.
Okay.
Side eyes back, audio listeners. I tried to have a whole phase, but my intuition said, Kiji, you are in danger, girl. Whoopi Goldberg ghost. It's not for everyone.
It is not. And it is not beneficial. I mean, like if you got to get some things out of your system, I understand that. I guess I shouldn't be saying those things.
Well, let me also say this, because this is a stigma that is not necessarily true. First of all, us acknowledging the word whole phase is very derogatory. At the second point of that is, your whole phase does not mean you have to be sexually active with multiple partners in the year. You can just simply like dating a lot of people, right? So the act of going out and having men spend money on you and not giving them anything in return. And I say anything in terms of like not your attention, not a phone call afterwards. Like that's a hoe, right? Like that's the definition that we're looking at. So, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So when we're talking about the whole phase, many of us can go through it in different ways. You just got to figure out, what your whole phase is.
I mean, because I ran a whole team.
There you go.
Sometimes it was football. Most of the times it was basketball, running a team. But it was pretty much the theme, and the motto was Team Wendy. Nobody gets cut, but you can't get benched. Go sit at the end of the
day. She is not playing.
Not at all. Everybody wants to be the point guard, and at all times, everyone is in auditions for the point guard position. But what you didn't realize is I was looking for a power forward. So, hey, these things happen. And you're right, it does happen after divorce, after a second divorce. And you've been a really good girl. Y'all are talking to a very churchy, traditional church girl until about 40.
I also understand the aspect of just trying to figure out, again, it's trying to figure out what you like and don't like. So at some point, you gotta explore, because you can't. Let's not get on.
So let's go to that. No, let's go there, because I know you have your do's and don'ts. But here's my question: when you're on a first date, do you know what you're looking for? What are you looking for on a first date? What are the expectations? Because we're talking about first dates, do's and don'ts. What are the expectations of a first date?
Are we talking about physically or just period?
I said expectations. You set the expectations. Yours might be physical. Someone else's might be spiritual or mental. What are your expectations on a first date?
Great conversations. I expect some flirting to go on. If we can't flirt, that says a lot. So I expect some flirting to go on, not just me giving, but it being received and given back. So there is actually a flow to the flirtatious activity. I expect I can't expect nothing of you. You're your own person, which it's so hard to ask me. That I really only expect good conversation and some flirting. That's
Okay, so let me help you. What do you look so what are you looking for on a first date then? If you can't have expectations, you millennials and your non aggressiveness, like I can't expect anything from you. You are your own person. Oh my God, how dare I am
true though.
this person. That's why it's the mentor mentee podcast, y'all. I'm still 48 years old. I got some expectations. And some.
I expect you to be yeah. What was the second question? You said what do I want?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want this is pretty easy for me to explain. What I want is an educated, independent, self-reliant, determined, spiritual Black woman.
Okay.
Period. Okay. Blank.
Okay. Okay. So you definitely have some clear so we've got what do the guys expect on the first date? Somebody asked, expect to have a good time, get to know them, eat, drink, laugh, and dance. Someone said ambition and dreams.
I love dancing. Do people still go on first dates and dance?
I will.
I will too. COVID or non-COVID?
Tequila came with a whole paragraph.
Okay. All right, let's go tequila.
I think the expectations depend on where you are in life. In high school, my expectations were what can you buy me? In college, it was more where are you going? Are you finishing college? And yeah, and right now my expectations are can you keep my attention?
That's your number one. Can you keep my attention?
I will pull up my phone and start. Listen, my girlfriends, because they're not on here tonight. But I have girlfriends that I love dearly, and if they ever go anywhere without me, I am 830 hot, like to the highest point of positivity. Y'all did what without me? Only for them to ask me to go, and when I get there, get on my phone and play a game. Are you really playing Candy Crush at the table with us?
Right.
That's my attention span.
Okay.
Keep it.
Keep Wendy's attention.
Because I'll get bored with you in a heartbeat.
You know why that's not my. Let me tell you why that doesn't register with me as much as it may.
Bored. Yes, ma'am. Bored.
But now I'm gonna be honest and say this. If I'm bored, I'm ending that date early.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm not even gonna get on my phone. Like I might skip dessert. I might not say I'm hungry anymore and not order a meal. I just might stay at appetizer and finish the drink till I feel good and then be out.
Because I think you have the right, and I think Tequila and Kiji and everybody's saying it. Listen, guys, you have the right to say this is not it.
Right.
Don't waste their time and money or yours. This is not it. This is not the kind of vibe. There was a long time that I didn't know what I wanted, but I know what I didn't want. When I got divorced, you talked about like it being in a whole phase, Kiji and Nate, you all were joking. But when I got divorced the second time, for the longest time, people asked me, what do you want? I met man after man after man after man. Some were amazing, some were not, some were good, some were jokes. But and they would say, what do you want? And for the longest time, my answer was, I don't even know what I want, but I know what I don't want. And what I didn't want was a feeling. And when you get into an experience, when you get into a space with people and you have a feeling that does not make you feel good, get out. You have the right to remove yourself from any situation. You don't owe anyone, not me, not your family. You don't owe anyone your energy if it doesn't feel right. Get out. Because guess what? If it doesn't feel right to you, it doesn't feel right to them either. You owe it to them and to yourself, the respect of their time. You know what? This ain't it. Thank you so much for your time. I'm out. While you're learning, even if you don't know what you're looking for, The most pivotal thing in a first date and dating is knowing what your non-negotiables are, what I can't do. And what I can't do is be in a space where I feel unwanted, unease, or not paid attention to. If I'm talking to you and you're looking all around, you're going to look back and guess where I'm going to be? Gone. Have I ever walked off on a date? You better believe it. I'll be back.
And
I'll be right back. Deuces.
Wow.
What you think this is? There's a my favorite concept about dating is knowing who you are. And it comes from the movie Runaway Bride. So there's a scene in Runaway Bride when Richard Gere, and I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, where Richard Gere says to God doggone it, what is her name? Pretty woman. Anyway, he says to this woman, you don't even know what kind of eggs you like. So because she had been engaged to be married 7 times and left the wedding 7 different times. And he had interviewed all these men and asked them what kind of egg, thank you, Julia Roberts, what kind of eggs do you like? And every single man said, it's very easy. She likes the kind of eggs I like: poached, fried, boiled, scrambled with cheese. Because whatever the man liked is what she liked. And he said to her, you don't even know what kind of eggs you like. Now that sounded very silly, but it wasn't silly. You don't even know what you want for yourself. Dating is knowing what you want for yourself, and you will accept anything until you figure out what you really want for you. And when you know that you know that you know that you will know what you want for you, when what you don't want or what you can't accept walks up to you, you walk away. You have the right to do that in any dating situation. You don't owe them anything. Hell, I'll pay for the whole thing. Whatever he ordered, I'll pay for it. I'm done with that because it's how done I am. I just really believe that. Get up, walk away. Hey, Tiara Pooh, how are you? My angels in the house.
Hey, going in.
You asked about first dates. I feel like on a first date, both parties have the right to say, this is not it. If you walk up and you look at now I'm not talking about being rude and disrespectful and nasty to a person. Right?
You know.
Don't settle.
Okay, so I think we got time for one more.
Okay.
Because we're 55 minutes in. I don't know how, but we 50.
That didn't even feel like it. You just started.
Right, exactly. So the last one is, do we discuss issues that are important to you? Do we on a first date talk about issues that are important to you? I am including politics into this conversation. Let's just go for it. Do we talk politics on the first date?
I believe that you should. I don't believe in giving you a representative. Now, I'm going to give you my best foot. Yeah. If I like you, now listen, I'm going to tell you something. If a brother is fine, and if I walk in and the brother is fine, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my best foot forward. However,
that's the countryest thing she's ever done, y'all. Did you see her? She said, my brother is fine. Baby. Do you want to see how Atlanta get down? It's that moment right there.
Jesus,
we just giggle.
I'm just going, hey, how are you? Hi. Okay, so, but what I can't do is I'm not a good liar because I don't have a good memory. So, yes, I told y'all I was ADD. I can't lie because I'm going to forget that I lied to you. So I can't keep the lie up. So what I have to do is be honest and be myself up front. So yes, I'm going to talk about politics. I'm going to talk whatever is happening in the moment. So how's this weather right now? I need to know, can you have this conversation with me? And can we, because if we can't, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to develop feelings emotions. You're going to sleep with this person and have some kind of connection and then not be able to talk to them. And if talking to a person is important to you, you better bring, if those things aren't important to you, then it doesn't matter. Talk about shoes, talk about hairstyles, talk about rap artists, whatever is important to you, you better bring those things up so that you know if it's something that you have in common. So Josephine said no.
No, because it can go to the left real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Smokehouse said keep it surface, but not too deep. No, I'm not gonna go real deep. I'm not gonna be like, so listen, I'm a political activist, and I be protesting and all that kind of stuff. But I will.
There's a lot of things to say without saying much. Especially in the climate that we're in. There's a lot of just like talking about around the bushes to see a nice filler for people. And I think that's enough for me.
Okay, so I have a story.
Okay, go ahead.
So there was once upon a time, there was a time where I actually had the opportunity to date a childhood crush, like somebody that as a little girl, like when I say a little girl, I mean a little girl, that I was just, oh my God, like this person is beautiful. But I had a little bit of an ego. So if everybody else is like looking at a person, I ain't looking because I can't be in the crowd. But I was looking. Yep. So, but I'm not going to be with the, ooh, girl, he fine and all that. I was like, whatever, but he was fine. So anyway, so in my divorce life, I was able, I went on a couple of dates with that person.
Okay.
And, I went out with them. But when it came time to have conversations, what if I said, so what did you think about the shaving trial? Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
That because they didn't know what I was talking about.
Right.
Or if I say, oh goodness, I don't know what we're gonna do about these voting bills. Yeah, people need to vote.
Y'all didn't really be saying something like that though. Voting's real serious. It's a real serious issue.
Yeah. And that just let me, and then, and I tried really hard. Listen, y'all, I tried really hard to tell you this is a person I was like, oh my God, this person is beautiful. But I couldn't because what were we going to talk about?
Look what Instagram said. Instagram said that was that childhood memory of him that you were attracted to.
I sure was. And guess what? The grown-up me said next.
Real quick.
I mean, so I know you all are saying keep it surface, and I'm not telling you to give a person a dissertation on the first date, but you do want to be your real self when you're meeting people. But unless you're young now, because some of you all are younger, so I'm talking about to the older crowd. You're talking to a 48-year-old woman who is back on the dating scene. If you're in your 20s, you have much time to develop. See, you can meet somebody and you grow into thoughts. You grow into ideologies, right? My ideologies are here.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking for someone. You don't have to have the same idea, the same thoughts that I have. You don't have to have the same opinions that I have, but you need an opinion. And you need to be able to back it up with some facts if you're going to have a conversation with me.
Heard. This is really fun. And it's sad that this went by so fast. And I'm 52, so we have that same.
Smokehouse, I like you. Make sure you follow.
When you saw the current him, you were like, nah.
Oh, wait. He's still fine.
He's still fine. He just ain't for you.
Right. And guess what? He's still an amazing person, but that's a good point. And so that leads me into the segue. As this is our season finale, one of the things that we're going to be doing when we're in off season is we're preparing to meet you all in person. We are so determined to have, we have not forgotten about having this dating forum. We are going to have a forum about dating in Atlanta that is going to happen. And we're going to be doing it with Unprofessionally Development. I'm so excited. That's Hill Story, who we've had on, and our girlfriend AP, who's always chiming in, and our other girlfriend, Robin Reed. They are Unprofessionally Development. So the Mentor Mentee podcast and Unprofessionally Development, we're going to be putting on a dating, a live mixer about dating. And that's one of those things that comes up then, right? It may not be an issue for the first date, but I really think that we, men and women, we get in our feelings a little bit too much about dating because everybody's not for you. People are beautiful. Have you met us? We live in Atlanta. We are beautiful people. We live in Atlanta. Everybody has a butt. There's no such thing as like, girl, did you see her?
And yes, they all do the same thing.
Everybody has one, and we all know how to make them clap. Church folks, old folks, young people in their 60s know how to twerk. We live in Atlanta. It is what it is. But when you talk about dating means a sustained relationship. First dates is one thing. That's, do I want to date you? We're talking about sustained intimacy and developing relationships with people. Nate and I have a relationship that started good grief, 2010. Right?
Yeah,
that's a long, sustained, intimate relationship.
Yep.
And it comes with ebbs and flows and ups and downs. We've had times where we didn't speak. We've had times we've been mad at each other. And here we are today. But today we're talking about first dates, but I cannot wait till we come back and we're doing this forum. So before we move on, if you are interested in any way, shape, form, or fashion of being a part of that forum,
I know some of y'all married. We want the single ones.
Right. So if you're single and eligible, let me define eligible.
Here we go.
If you're single and eligible means you are not in a committed, engaged, entangled situationship.
Oh, say that third word again.
Situationship.
Entangled. That entangled.
Eligible means that there is not a person, woman, man, transgender, and all of the other categories that I don't know because I'm old, that thinks that they are in a relationship with you. Then you're eligible. But if you have somebody out there that thinks that they are in a relationship with you, you are not eligible. We're looking for people that are eligible to not only be a part of the mixer, but we're also looking for some people that are willing to talk for our forum. So you can
do this.
Go ahead.
We want to do this again. Like, we want to continue a conversation like this that opens up people to talk, and then they go out and start to talk to people. Because here's the thing. We understand how complicated it is to start a conversation with someone you don't know, right? I always talk about how much I love the 90s, but it takes a lot of energy to be in a club and talk to someone you don't know with 20% light showing and the speakers banging. We don't do that no more. Oh, with all the booty popping going on. And so this forum is really an opportunity for us to really break the shell so that we can start having these conversations. And who knows, maybe I can find somebody. Maybe Wendy will find somebody. Maybe Hill will find somebody. Maybe we all will find somebody.
Here, will you put Professionally Development's Instagram in the chat on the podcast? So if you're interested in being a part of that forum, like if you think that you can articulate your thoughts, then you can please contact us at the Mentor Mentee podcast. You can do that on Facebook or Instagram, or Unprofessionally Development. I said it right. Unprofessional Development on Instagram or Facebook as well. Both of those organizations are going to be creating this podcast. So you can follow either one. And I need you to follow them too, right? So that was my segue. This has been awesome. You guys have been good. I hope that we kind of thank you. So if you I hope that we said something that helped. This first date thing. Listen, first dates need to be easy. They don't need to be stressful. I wish Hill Story was here because she had a whole story for y'all. It was hilarious, but I'm not going to tell it. It's her story to tell about first date. But they were busy, so it's fine. But I'll make her tell it at the forum in person. It'll be hilarious. But listen, all a first date is whether or not you want a second date. And you have the right to say, this is a waste of my time and yours, for both men and women. I'm not saying to get up and walk out. Have I gotten up and walked out off of a first date? Yes, I have. But you have the right to say this is a waste of time and cut it short, or to say, oh my goodness, I don't want the night to end. And that's what my hopes are for each and every one of you. So thank you all. I want to say to all of our followers, thank you so much for being with us through 20 episodes of the Mentor Mentee podcast. Who would have known? Season 2 has been good. We saw some crazy times through a quarantine, through an insurrection, through an election, through the verdict, all of these things. And we've talked about some great topics, from dating, Black culture, the church, which we are going to pick back up. FOBO.
FOBO was a great episode.
Yes, we will bring it back up. Fear of better options, if you don't know what that is.
The HBCUs versus the PWIs.
Yes. So I want to thank you so much for being with us all of this time. I cannot wait to see you in season 3.
Hey. I know. I was like, I don't know how to end that. Why would you do that to me?
You gotta say your piece.
I know. My final comments is this, y'all. Dating is always the beginning, and the beginning of chapters should always be fun. They should always be light, and they should always be full of hope and happiness and prosperity. And so, though it may be exhausting to go on first date after first date or swipe and swipe, we got to continue to remember that at the end of this, each and every one of them at some point has the possibility of being that one. And for that little moment that you use that for hope, and you use that to open yourself up and see if it's a possibility, that is the gift that has been given to us, and we should never forget it. We should always love on that and hold on to that, because that's the beauty of the thing that we do when we date, as we all are beautiful people. But if you in Atlanta, is a whole nother story, because Atlanta, for some reason, man, it's full of beautiful people. We're just full of beautiful people. I think Atlanta's problem is too many people are beautiful.
That's why you have to have a personality and be genuine. We'll talk about that at the forum.
But we're going to talk about that at the forum. So until season 3, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us each and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. I am, for the last time of season 2, your co-host, Emil Thomas.
And I am your co-host, Wendy Torres. You guys be blessed and good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
I forgot the video, y'all. I was just going to end it. I really was. I was just about to end it. But now I'm just going to play the video for you. Bye.